His name was Raymond Cole, though no one in the cafe knew that. To them, he was just the man with the brown coat, the one who came in every morning, ordered a small coffee, and sat by the window for hours. He didn't bother anyone. He didn't talk. He didn't make phone calls. He just sat, always at the same table, always facing the street. Sometimes he scribbled in a notebook. Sometimes he just watched people pass by. But he always looked like he was waiting for something. Or someone. People had their thoughts. He's probably jobless. Maybe he's just lonely. Why does he stay so long? Doesn't he have somewhere to be? But no one ever asked. Until one day, someone did. It was a small cafe on Elm Street. Family-owned, wooden floors, warm smells, mismatched chairs. Raymond's coffee always came in the same ceramic cup. Cream, no sugar. He never asked for refills, never bought food, just one coffee. And then he'd sit. For hours. The owner, Lena, noticed. Of course she did. She watched him through the pastry case each morning. How he wiped the rim of his cup before sipping. How he always left a tip. Small, but folded neatly. How he looked at the door like he was expecting someone who never came. Lena's staff joked about him sometimes. That guy's clocked in again. Think he's writing a novel or watching ghosts? But Lena didn't laugh. Because something in her, something small and still, told her he didn't need jokes. He needed someone to ask. One Tuesday, just after the lunch crowd cleared, she brought him a slice of banana bread. He blinked up at her, surprised. I didn't order this. She smiled. It's on the house. Figured that coffee could use some company. He looked at her for a long moment, then nodded. Thank you. That's kind. She almost walked away. But she didn't. Instead, she sat across from him and softly asked, May I ask why you come here every day? Raymond looked out the window, then down at his cup, then back at her. Because once places like this were my whole life. And now, they're all I have left. Lena stayed seated. The cafe was quiet now. Just the low hum of the fridge, and a few crumbs on the table between them. Raymond sipped his coffee. Then slowly, like someone dusting off an old box, he spoke. 20 years ago, I owned a coffee chain, not huge, just 12 shops across the state. Lena blinked. She hadn't expected that. Really, he nodded. Built the first one with my brother. He handled the machines.
He handled the people.
We made places where folks felt seen, warm lighting, big chairs, muffins with extra blueberries. He smiled, just barely. We hired folks no one else would. Teen moms, veterans, people just out of jail. Gave them training, gave them second chances. Lena listened closely. She didn't touch her coffee. Some said we were foolish, but I believed in it. Still do. He looked at his hands. Then the crash came. Economy tanked. Loans dried up. My brother got sick. I used what I had to pay his hospital bills. Sold shops, closed others, gave the rest to our employees. Left myself with nothing but this coat, and the habit of morning coffee. He looked up at Lena, eyes clear, not bitter, not broken, just honest. I sit here because it reminds me of what we built, of the warmth, of the smell, and sometimes, I pretend I still own a place like this. Lena's chest tightened. What do you say to someone who gave it all away, to keep others afloat? What do you offer to someone who asks for nothing? Sometimes, you just listen. From that day forward, the table by the window wasn't just a table anymore. Lena made sure it stayed open for Raymond. Every morning, she'd greet him with a quiet nod and a fresh cup of coffee. No charge, no attention drawn to it. Just a quiet thank you, in the form of warmth, in a cup. Sometimes they'd talk, about weather, about cinnamon rolls. Sometimes, not at all. Other customers noticed. Someone left a sticky note on his table. You remind me of my dad. Another left a small gift card, with no name. One day, a teenage boy walked in and asked, Is the window guy hiring? I heard he used to own places. Raymond just smiled. Not these days, kid, but I can teach you how to brew a mean cup. Lena offered the boy a weekend shift. Raymond trained him. Slowly, the corner table became something more. A quiet space where people healed, where generosity returned, where one man's story poured into everyone else's cup. The story of the man by the window spread slowly, not through news or headlines, but through whispers, through warm hands passing cups, through hearts that listened. Some customers left extra tips in a jar labeled, "For someone who gave when it mattered." Others donated beans. One woman baked muffins and dropped them off, just in case the gentleman likes blueberry. But Raymond never asked for any of it. He still came in, still sat by the window, still folded his coat carefully on the back of the chair, still drank his coffee, cream, no sugar, in quiet gratitude. One day, Lena printed a small sign and taped it near the espresso machine. It read, "This coffee is paid for by someone who believes in second chances." Customers began buying cups for strangers. A man paid for 5 coffees and left before anyone could say thank you. A teenager asked if she could volunteer on weekends to learn how to run a shop, and Raymond, he smiled more, not big, not showy, but the kind of smile that says, "I've seen hard things, and I'm still here." One morning, Lena brought something new to Raymond's table. It wasn't coffee, it wasn't banana bread, it was a mug, cream-colored, thick ceramic. On one side, in neat lettering, it read, "Cole's Cup, for the ones who give even when it costs everything." Raymond held the mug with both hands. "This is my brother's last name," he said softly. "How did you know?" Lena smiled gently. "You told me in your story, and I never forgot." From that day forward, Cole's Cup became part of the cafe. People could donate to it. People in need could order from it. No questions, no shame. And once a month, Lena would print one of Raymond's quotes on the cup sleeves. "The best warmth doesn't come from the drink, it comes from the hands that pass it." Kindness is served best in quiet moments. You don't need a title to be remembered, just heart. Raymond kept coming, not every day now. His health was slowing him down, but when he did show up, someone was always sitting at his table, waiting to say thank you, to ask a question, or to just sit near someone who carried quiet peace. He never gave lectures. He didn't talk about all the shops he once owned, or the buildings that once had his name on the lease. He just listened. He trained 2 more teens on how to brew strong coffee and greet folks with softness in their voice. He told one boy, "You don't need a fancy place, just good beans, good heart, and a broom that never gathers dust." And that boy? He started his own mobile coffee cart in the park, called it Ray's Roast. Then one winter morning, Raymond didn't come. Not that week, not the next. Lena asked around, called hospitals, checked local shelters. Finally, someone from a clinic called back. Raymond had passed away, peacefully, quietly, just like he lived. No family to notify. Just one folded notebook in his pocket, and a coffee loyalty card with only one stamp on it. The next day, Lena placed a small framed photo on the corner table. Raymond, holding his Cole's cup, smiling faintly, light in his eyes. Next to it, a little plaque, "In memory of Raymond Cole, the man who taught us that one cup of coffee, shared with heart, can change the world." People stopped by to read it. Some left flowers, some sat down and cried, and the next week, the shop was filled with more quiet kindness than ever before. A stranger bought 10 drinks. Someone left warm gloves and a scarf by the door, just in case someone needs them. The Cole's Cup jar overflowed, and Lena, she still thinks of him when she watches the light hit the window each morning. "He gave when it cost him everything," she whispers, and somehow, he still had more to give. He didn't come in for comfort. He came in for memory. He didn't ask for help. He just gave, and in one seat, one story, one quiet coffee at a time, he reminded the world that the richest hearts don't always carry wallets, but they leave full tables wherever they go. If this story touched your heart, please like this video, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more inspiring stories.